Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
So there's this video going around about undecided black women regarding their vote for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. And I just wanted to show you guys this because I feel like there's a lot of pandering happening. I feel like there's a lot of, hey, let's just create the token fill in the blank identity politics person to appeal to a specific demographic. And on both sides, by the way, I absolutely believe Mike Pence is the token Christian dude to win over the evangelical vote. He's polite, he's quiet, he's well-mannered, right? Everything Trump isn't. And I believe he is intentionally placed there to win over the evangelical vote. Now, I think the same thing obviously is happening with Joe Biden. Kamala Harris, who, by the way, was not a good Democratic primary candidate. She dropped out very early. She got ethered by Tulsi Gabbard. Not a good candidate. Poor decisions on the DNC's part. But I wanted to show this clip from MSNBC, which I thought was incredible. Let's check this out. All right, you guys ready?
What are you looking for? What do you need to hear?
Let's start at the crime bill and the fact that he has not only not apologized, not only he has not only not rectified. Every time he reverts back to, well, it was the Black Caucus members in the church, but they were with it too. Okay, you fooled them as well.
So for those of you guys that don't think, like, you may believe that like all black people always vote Democrat or they don't critically think through their candidates. Hopefully this is a good example. She's specifically talking about the 1994 crime bill that Joe Biden wrote. Toxic, nasty bill, disproportionately affected a lot of black people by the way they were sentenced more harshly. This is around the same time Hillary Clinton said super predators, or Bill Clinton, I forgot which one. One of the Clintons said something about super predators. And these black women are like, yo, he needs to apologize for that. And she said he hasn't taken responsibility, and the times he has, he's kind of brushed it off and said, well, the Black Caucus was behind it. And she's like, you fooled them too. So these women want an apology for that. They want an apology for that bill, which I think is very dope. Like, it's freaking awesome. And again, if this kind of stuff surprises you, you probably don't have too many black people in your life that will like have these conversations with you. Let's keep watching this clip.
You never said I'm sorry. It's like I didn't do it.
I want to hear an ironclad plan. I don't want to hear if this or if that or after the election. Does the presence of Kamala Harris on the Democratic ticket sway you at all?
Not at all. I don't know who said she had our vote. She does not. We were supposed to grab on.
Yo, look at the reporter. Hold on, you guys got to catch her reaction. She's blown away. She's like, what do you mean? I thought the Democrats just had to put, some identity politics sauce on it, and you guys would just do what we need you to do. Look at the face.
We were supposed to grab on to Kamala with the black girl magic, but that didn't happen because she didn't right her wrongs.
She didn't right her wrongs. What are we talking about? The way she came down on truant students, the way she came down on petty marijuana convictions. She didn't right her wrongs. This is very interesting. Let's keep watching.
I hold officials accountable. I don't care what color you are. And I think that too often we automatically think that because someone looks like you, that they're going to have your best interests at heart. And that's just not simply true.
MSNBC ran this, guys. MSNBC ran this, and I'm so happy they did, which is very unexpected for them, in my opinion. So happy they did, and I think it's very helpful for us to see that there's a diversity amount of views. There's a wide spectrum of people from all walks of life, and these black women are like, yo, like, first of all, they never apologized for the crime bill. Second of all, don't just assume because we're black we're going to vote for a black woman. And she's not a good candidate. And if you want to know how she's not a good candidate, go back and watch those Breakfast Club interviews. This is when I first was on to her. I said, oh, Kamala Harris, she's very eloquent, she's very charming. And then I watched her on Breakfast Club, and then I looked at the comments, and I was like, whoa. And then it was one of those interviews where you just see way more thumbs down on YouTube than thumbs up. If I pull it up, right, this is craziness. And then she got caught lying in one of those interviews, talking about she was smoking weed while listening to Tupac in college. And then come to find out, Tupac wasn't even an artist when she was in college. Like, she got caught lying multiple times in those interviews, right? So if we go to these Kamala Harris Breakfast Club, I'm trying to pull it up, interviews, any of these, the thumbs down is way, 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 way bigger than the thumbs up. And that just goes to show, whenever you see this on an interview, you know they're trying to put some, look at this, guys, by 2-to-1 ratio, almost 15,000 thumbs down versus 8,000 thumbs up. So guys, those of you guys that are like, oh, identity politics, black people are just gonna vote Democrat, don't think that. Like, don't think that they're a mono, black people are mono. Don't think that. It's silly. It's silly to believe that, because it's just not true. But those Breakfast Club interviews were bad. They were bad. They were bad, and it proved the point. So watch that full clip. I thought it was really interesting. I think those young ladies answered brilliantly. I thought it was cool that MSNBC ran it, which they usually don't run stuff like this that doesn't fit kind of like a narrative or an agenda, right? Look at the Democrats. They're so multiracial and they're so diverse. Yeah, diverse with somebody that's just not worth being diverse with, right? Like, maybe this would have been the time to just put in a Tulsi Gabbard or an Andrew Yang or someone that like really had the soul of the people behind them, instead of the typical, hey, we're just going to put a lifelong politician in the mix who's been here forever and didn't do good in the Democratic primaries, got crushed. Guys like Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard outlasted Kamala Harris. She dropped out. So I think that is just something to consider. And then you package this on top of like Joe Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It's messy, man. It is messy. But guys, be hopeful. People are critical thinkers. Information is available readily, and there is more people that I think are moving towards more nuanced positions. And I think, yes, this is an important election, and you should vote. More importantly, you should vote on the local ballots and all the issues you're dealing with in your local area. If you have different senators and all that kind of stuff, House of Representatives. That stuff is really important. Be paying attention to that. I'm curious to see where this takes us for 2024. My prediction, I've said this prediction before, I think that Joe Biden wins the election. Trump already got his judge through. And I think 4 years later, the Republicans or someone else rises up with a more sensible option. I think that's where I see this going. Is it an Andrew Yang? Is it a Tulsi Gabbard? Is it a Kanye West? I don't know, right? After that Joe Rogan interview, I don't know. But I think in 4 years, you got to think more and more people are going to receive their information over technology. Hopefully, we're a bit more hip with documentaries like The Social Dilemma and not being all locked into echo chambers. And hopefully more of us are ultimately politically agnostic and could find a formidable option and are more engaged in our primaries, which, by the way, I will be on you guys when it comes to the primaries the next time around. I wasn't that vocal, and I think I should have been in hindsight, because I am not with the Democratic position, right? They had better candidates, Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang, so on and so forth. So anyway, let me know what you guys think.
Kingstream Entertainment, Ruslan.